Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Rentalian, and welcome back to Assemble with Care. This is Act 6. When we last left off, I got stumped by this music box, so I actually had to look up where I was messing up. Right here. And I was looking at that hole in there, trying to figure out where it came from and what it was doing there for. And I totally did not pay attention enough to the little drawer I pulled out, and the fact it had something in it.
I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say goodnight.
Oh.
I've missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be. I've ended up so much like my own father, working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that, especially now it's just the two of us. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
Oh, I don't think she's gonna get bored of you anytime soon.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders. She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
I think he's not just talking about the items we repaired.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix.
Thank you for the music, that's what that achievement was called. 13 is departure.
My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop, the day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every day since. As I packed, I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load.
Right, because your parents didn't approve of you leaving. They wanted you to stay and work the shop.
Joseph's idea of light reading for the train. It does look thorough. The recipe for Carmen's special. I'm under strict instructions to guard it with my life.
Not that you could ever read it properly.
Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. My train ticket. I can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind. My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual. She'll be a pro in no time. soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey. My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference.
You absolutely did.
Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them. I just didn't know if they would feel the same. Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back. Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
Oh, that was such a sweet game. I loved it. I honestly thought there was going to be more gameplay involved, but I don't care. I was engaged right from the very beginning to the end. One last thing. I was wondering, the epilogue. So there's an epilogue. Carmen's letter.
Dear Maria, Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left. Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognize her. She's like a new woman. She's always running around, taking orders and making drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like. She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top. It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing together.
Oh dear.
I saw Maria use her screwdriver a million times. Taking this apart will be easy.
Famous last words.
These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
That and you've got something leaking out.
I'll need to connect all the pipes correctly to stop the steam pouring out. Why is there so much steam? That can't be right.
Because I had the wrong pipe put in.
Finally, no more steam.
Huzzah! Okay. Oh! I didn't know that. Well, of course, you're a different person, so naturally. Oh. Let's undo this. Right, because I've got wires up the yin-yang. Okay. Okay. Huh. So I can't fully remove this. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see where I'm messing up. Okay, so this is gonna be difficult. You know what, I'm just gonna swing over here. Ah, no!
Finally, no more steam.
Oh! No, I didn't want that. Oh, come on, you. There! Finally! And with this, just gotta put you on. Boom!
I think that's everything. Better test the buttons, just to make sure. All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
Oh dear. Now, how does this even work? I have no idea how this works. I don't make coffee, I don't drink coffee. Oh.
Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical. A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
Okay, sure. I'm not an artist. Just putting that out there.
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hope she'd think it was intentional. Always the connoisseur, she didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed. I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realized how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff. It made me realize how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carmen.
Nice. There! That was the epilogue. And that was the whole game. Oh! Oh! Hey! I just got kicked out. Oh dear. Well, you're still hearing me if you're not seeing the game anymore. So there's that. Anyway, this is now Curtain Call. If you enjoyed the show, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. Until then, that's it for me. Bye! Bye!